everyone. In previous classes already we have discussed about the atomic number and the mass number. In today's class I wish to discuss with you the numericals based on that atomic number and the mass number. So see here, first I wish to recap what is the meaning of an atomic number and mass number here. The atomic number means the number of protons present in the atom is called as a proton. And when atom is in a neutral state, then the number of proton is equals to the number of electrons. And next, what is the meaning of an mass number here? The mass number is nothing but the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. The number of protons and the number of neutrons are collectively called as a mass number. So by the knowledge of that mass number and atomic number, we have to solve these problems in this class. So see here, calculate the number of protons and neutrons and electrons. So what they are asked to us, calculate the number of protons, number of neutrons and the number of electrons in bromine 80 and 35. So see here, what they are given to us, bromine 80 and 35. In previous class already I told about the representation of an element, like X is our element and A is the mass number and Z is the atomic number. So see here, A is mass number or atomic mass. Next, Z is atomic number. Atomic number. So see here, in the place of Z, we are having the value 35, and in the place of A, we are having the value 80. Then atomic number is equals to how much here? 35. Atomic number is equals to 35 and the mass number is equals to 80. Already I told you atomic number is equals to the number of protons. So the number of protons P is equals to how much? 35. Just by observing the given data we can answer here. So number of protons is equals to 35. And so see here, already I told you another point, if the atom is in a neutral state, this bromine doesn't have any charge like +1, -1. So like this, the bromine doesn't have any charge. So we are called as this is our neutral atom. Then what happened? The number of proton is equals to number of electrons. So the number of proton is equals to 35. Obviously the number of electron is equals to 35 because it is our neutral atom. In the neutral atom, the number of protons is equals to the number of electron. So the number of proton is 35. Obviously the number of electron is also 35. And next we find out the number of protons and we find out the number of electrons here. And what they are asked in a question, just observe once again. Calculate the number of protons, already we have find it, and number of neutrons. So now we have to find number of neutrons. So number of neutrons is equals to the mass number A is equals to number of electrons plus number of protons plus number of neutrons. So see here, A we don't know, we know by the help of this question. So A is 80. A we know 80 is equals to number of protons also we know that. So see here, number of protons is equals to 35 plus we don't know about the neutron. So, by the calculation, neutron is equals to 80 minus 35. 80 minus 35. Then see here, 80 minus 35, 45. So, this is the number of neutron here. So, next see here, what they are asked to us, calculate the number of protons, neutrons and electrons. By the help of the question, we have to find out the atomic number. In the neutral system, the atomic number is equals to number of protons. So, the number of proton is 35. In the neutral system, the number of proton is equals to the number of an electron. That's why the number of electron is 35. And by the help of mass number, we can calculate the number of neutrons here, that is the 45. So, see here, number of protons is equals to 35 and number of electrons is equals to 35 and number of neutrons is equals to 45. So, this is about the answer. I hope you got clear about this. And next, second problem is the number of electrons, protons and neutrons in a species are equal to 18, 16 and 16 respectively. Assign the proper symbol to the species. Here what they asked, already they are given the number of electrons, they are given the number of protons and they are given the number of neutrons. By the help of that number, we have to find out, or we have to represent the symbol of that element like this, like this. So, see here, the number of electrons, protons and neutrons in a species are equals to 18, 16 and 16 respectively. Means the number of electrons means the number of electrons. Number of electrons is equals to how much? 18. And next, the number of protons. Number of protons equals to 16. And see here, the number of neutrons, the number of neutrons what's that, is equals to 16. So, 16 is our sulfur number. The number of protons is equals to the number of an electrons. The number of protons is equals to the atomic number. So, the atomic number is 16. Obviously, our atom is, or our species is a sulfur. So, once you observe here, the number of protons is equals to the atomic number. Number of protons is equals to the atomic number. So, atomic number is 16, then obviously our species is a sulfur. Then see here, the number of protons we know that 16, and next the number of protons plus the number of neutrons is equals to, how much is that? Number of protons plus number of neutrons, because the mass number or the atomic mass is the number of, see here, atomic mass is equals to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Why we want the atomic mass here? Because here we have to write the atomic mass in the place of A. So, see here, to now easiest method, I wish to write this symbol. At the place of X, we have to find the sulfur, because the atomic number 16 is our sulfur species and Z is atomic number. So, atomic number is equals to the number of protons, that's why the number of proton is 16. I write 16 here. Now, we want A here. So A means atomic mass. Atomic mass is equals to number of protons plus number of neutrons. The number of proton is 16 plus number of neutron is also 16. So how much this is? 32. So this is a 32 here, atomic mass. But what about the number of electron? Number of electron is not equal to the number of proton. So observe here, number of electron is not equals to the number of protons. Already I told you, in the neutral atom, if the atom is said to be in a neutral state, then what happened? The number of proton is equals to number of electron. But in this case, we don't have the number of electron is equals to number of proton. Here, how many electron is extra? How many electron is extra here? 2 electrons, because the number of proton is 16. Here the number of electron is 18. So how many electrons are extra here? How many electrons are extra? 2 electrons are extra here. If we are having the extra amount of an electron, then we have to write the negative sign on the head of our atom or our species. How many electrons are extra here? 2 electrons are extra. If there is a lack of an electron, if we are having a 14 electron, then I have to write a plus 2. Here what I have? 2 extra electrons. So here the 2 electrons are added to this 16. So that's why the extra electrons are written as negative sign with the negative sign and number here. So like this, our species is this one. So this is the answer for this question. I hope you got clearance about these two problems. Like this, they are asking the number of protons and number of neutrons and number of electrons. Just apply your knowledge about the mass number and about the atomic number. So once I repeat here, the mass number is number of proton plus number of electron, and atomic number is equals to the number of protons. If the species is neutral, then the number of electron is equals to number of proton. If the species is not a neutral, if the species is charged species, either it may be a negative charge or it may be a positive charge, then what happened? The number of electron is not equals to the number of protons. So just remember these points in your mind. So by the help of these points, apply your knowledge and solve this easiest, very easiest questions. In our next class, I wish to discuss about the developments towards the BORSAT.